I'm on. I don't know. I think I hit the button. Am I live? It says live video. I'm in 7 seconds in. Somebody give me a comment or a thumbs up or something out there. Make sure I'm going, but I think I am. I'm running late. There's a comment. Thank you, Kenda Griffin. Saw you pop up there. Anyway, I'm running late. I already posted that. I was going to start at 3:30. 3:30 come along, and I'm still not ready. I'm running down here. Some days. Mondays are like that. So what's up? It's Monday, people. Back to work and all that stuff. I hope all your coworkers are happy to see you and all that stuff. Since we have started doing this live, I'm trying to figure out the right time of day to try to do it so I can hit the East Coast and the West Coast halfway, somewhere in the middle, and still have internet, because in the evening my internet starts to go downhill mighty fast, so I don't want to lose my internet connection and have another glitchy old show like I did the other day. Anyway, I hope y'all had a great weekend. I did indeed. Yesterday I was on the Tim Cormal show and with Francie, Joe, and Lauren, and I had a wonderful time. I hope you got to see that. If not, there's a link up. Y'all go over there and take a listen to Tim's show. That guy's great. I saw his pictures where he was out in the street on Saturday's march, and I was just amazed with the number of people in the street. Tim got to go see Stephanie Miller, the other lady in my life I call Mama, and I was so impressed with the pictures. Tim, that's mighty cool, buddy. And thanks again for having me on the show. And buddy, call me anytime. I like going on there. Anyway, I got to get started here. What in the hell's going on? Okay, first let's get this shirt out of the way. How do you like this shirt? Because I love this shirt. You may, look at me having to move my beard out the way. You may say that I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. And I'm going the wrong way. And there's John Lennon's face. And I love this shirt. As a matter of fact, Mama's already claimed it. She said, you know, you can wear that, and then after that, it's mine. This was sent to me by Dave Geyer from Northumberland, Pennsylvania. And he sent a beautiful Easter card and a nice little note. Thanks for all you do. And he also sent a box of Gertrude Hawk candies, chocolates. And it's a real nice, pretty box of chocolates. It was nice and pretty when I got it. Now it looks like a war zone hit it or something. It's delicious chocolates, and we delved right into that. And Dave and I appreciate it very much. I'm surprised. So, you know, I've gotten candy from Scotland, from England, and all across the United States, from up northwest up in Pennsylvania. And thank you. I have a sweet tooth. Yes, I do. And anyway, what else is going on? Moriendre, I seen you in there. Mike Lang, thank you for showing up. Wayne Flack. Held no good neighbor from a blue dot and up in Michigan. Up in Michigan. How you doing, buddy? Anyway, what's going on?
Happening again.
Oh, no, I'm glitching up again. Yep. Are you shitting me? Mm-hmm. Oh, the picture's going up again. See, if I wait anything, my signal starts going out in the afternoons. I'm pitiful. Man, I don't know whether to keep going or give up on it and try to do it. I might have to move my thing inside my house just to get close to the router. When they came over here to work on my stuff, the guy that I still had his card around here, Gene Trevino over in Portland, you know, if you got the router on one end of the house, it's a good signal, but if you put it right next to the router, it gets better signal. So I might end up having to go up there and sit in Mama's lap. So what's going on today? Well, for one, the big news is I missed the Stormy Daniels interview. My son's girlfriend's car is broke down, leaves us with one vehicle. We have to shuttle around a lot. We went to go get her, hope to get home by the show, but there was a delay in her getting off of work, and then we had a stop on our way home. By the time I got home, it was all over with, and so I missed the whole thing. I had to go hunt it up on the news clips and whatnot, but I did. I saw. Oh, ain't it pitiful? You know, in the grand scheme of things, we have to remember that this little thing is more like a comedy episode than anything else. It points to his character for sure. Have no doubt about that. The man's a scumbag. And but legally and all that, did he have an affair with, evidently a one-night affair with Stormy Daniels there, but what did we learn? Well, Donnie got spanked with fake news. Yep, I guess so. The fake Time magazine with his face on the cover was in the room there, and I guess she said a little something about being all up on himself, and she said, you need to be spanked, and he handed her the magazine, and she rolled it up, and he dropped his pants. Now, ain't that a pitiful thought to have for a United States president? I believe it is. And can you just imagine, for a second, that if Obama had had any kind of a story like that come out about him, even if it was 10, 20, 50, 100 years ago, what do you think the Republican response would have been? Because I know what it would have been. It would have been vile, disgusting shit, so don't expect anything less from our side, buddy. Your president on that right side over there, he's a dick. He's an asshole. But the story is the money. The money, where's it coming from? And, you know, as far as these, I don't have anything. I don't have a board today. I'm running so late. Am I still glitching?
No, you're good right now.
All right. The two stories that we're looking at with Stormy Daniels and the McDougal girl, if you look at the two of them, hell, the McDougal girl's story is much worse. It lasted 10 months with I love yous and all that stuff. Stormy Daniels, evidently a one-night affair. But the McDougal story, that's more of a demeaning story to Trump and his family than any other story. Because of the I love yous. You start throwing that shit around, buddy, and it lowers the meaning of it when you say it to anybody, buddy. And you shouldn't do that shit. But anyway, getting off topic there. I'm trying to get my notes straightened here because my pad goes every which way, and I have to try to remember where I'm at when I'm going live. That's the hazard of going live, people. This is just a little bit of pressure. No pressure at all, baby. Anyway, we've got a big wave coming up. We've got elections going on. I'm trying to get my thoughts together, people, because I have a list here that Mom and I made a little while ago because of, I gripe a lot about what the GOP has become and who the GOP has allowed in their party. And I stress that they allow them in their party. These are people that run under the Republican banner, the GOP, baby. And they allow these kind of candidates that I'm talking about to fly that banner of the Republican Party. And Mom and I talked because there was a story of people running in the Republican Party that have demonstrated themselves to be white nationalists, neo-Nazi, white supremacist assholes. And they're still in there. And that's how come I point that out, is because idiots are allowed in there. And we all know about Arthur Jones. Now, he's the one running up there by Chicago for that district, unopposed. So, there's nothing to it. But this guy, this is his 6th time running, Arthur Jones. He's a neo-Nazi asshole. And he used to be the Socialist Party or whatever it was, the National People's Something Party leader. And it's his 6th time of trying. And the GOP still allows him in that party. That's what I'm talking about when I'm talking about people like Paul Nelson. This a guy, he's up there in Wisconsin. Now, there's another guy, Randy somebody, and I like that guy. He's an iron worker up there. I got to get his info and talk about him because I like that guy. He's an iron worker. That's what I am, baby. One way or another, we all work on steel. And anyway, that's a guy that running on the Democratic side to take Ryan's place. This guy is Paul Nellen. He's running on the Republican side, and he is a white nationalist, anti-Semitic. If you look at his website, he believes that Jews are going to burn in hell because I always remind you, these evangelical right-wing nut job, they only believe one thing. Jesus is the only way you're going to get in. If you don't believe in that, you're going to hell and burn. That's the bottom line. So if you don't believe in Jesus and the way he came back, not nailed to a cross and all that stuff, you're going to hell. And I always get a tickle because, the the Jewish faith has been around a lot longer. Jesus was a Jew. It seems to me that, but, as I understand it, the Jewish faith is based on the Old Testament, and they don't believe he came back. And Christian faith is based on the New Testament, and it gets blurry and all that stuff. I don't like to get into it because it's a fantasy story, and I don't get into fantasies. Anyway, I got sidetracked, people. Sean Donahue, up in Pennsylvania. He's running to take Lou Beretta's place up in Pennsylvania. And he believes that Black Lives Matter is an armed insurgent. He's had David Duke on his online show. David Duke is his guest. Are you shitting me, buddy? Come on. That's like, put on your Klan outfit. Anyway, he's last year convicted of terroristic threats. In 2015, he ran for mayor of Hazleton, Pennsylvania, as a member of the American Freedom Party. And that is a white nationalist organization, if you don't know. Anyway, again, with the Republican banner over their head. Joe Rivera up in this guy. Now, see, y'all take real good notice of this guy. John Avar. He's running up in Montana for the Montana House. Hey, Tom Wells, take a listen, buddy. Make sure you remember this guy's name. Because he's running as a Democrat. He's running as a Democrat. This guy used to be a Republican. Oh, but now he changed his mind. Now he wants to vote for he wants to vote Democratic. He is a white supremacist who is now trying to apologize for that. Oh, I'm sorry, I was an asshole before, but I've learned. Well, that would be a good story. If on his damn website did not have a Pride and Dignity for Whites banner, and proclaiming that whites are victim of widespread hatred and discrimination. Sound like a Democrat to you? Doesn't sound like a damn Democrat to me either. This guy sounds like a Republican asshole trying to switch sides all of a sudden, tell everybody, hey, I'm a nice guy, vote me in. Pay attention, Tom. Up there in Montana, John Avar. As a Democrat, we don't want that shit in our party. That's what I mean. We don't want it in our party, and we have to stand up and throw it out when we find it. Because that's what we can't sit here and denigrate the GOP for being a far right asshole party if we do the same shit. So when I see a Democrat trying to do something stupid, you damn right I'm going to call them out, and I have in the past. Now, so you got to keep your integrity. You got to be honest with shit. If you're going to be pissed off at one party for something and the other party does it, your party does the same thing, well then you say something about it. It doesn't matter who does it. If it's wrong, it's wrong. We speak about it. And even if he's running on the Democratic Party, no. This guy's a fake, I believe. He's trying to run some kind of game up there in Montana. But now I've read the story. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. But if you've got something on your current website that tells me that you're all worried about the white race being discriminated against, buddy, take a look at you around. Out there, I'm sure there's a lot of American Indians up there in Montana, buddy. So shut your mouth. That's white. It's a widespread. Boy, I'm telling you, some of these people. But I rail against that because we shouldn't allow those people in our house on either side of a party. Now, those that are still running that we know are assholes. Joe Arpaio, for one, out in Arizona, he's a racist asshole. You just know it. It's like, things Bill Maher said, things I know, but I don't have the proof, but I just know they're true. That kind of thing. Yeah, Steve King up in Iowa. I've talked about that racist asshole before. He's running again in his spot, and he'll probably take it. And that's disgusting up there. Iowa really needs to come together and put together that strong Democratic candidate to kick his ass out. Because there's no doubt in my mind whatsoever he's a racist asshole, plants his rebel flag right on his desk. Are you shitting me? Anyway, there's a list of them here. Kerry Stewart in Virginia, Matt Gaetz out in Florida, Dino Ratzenberger out in California. We really need to get rid of that Russian asshole. I'm feeling so confident that he's going to get his ass run out in California. Hi, Candy. How you doing? Lucille Lopez just joined. How you doing, Lucille? Glad you stopped in, baby. Anyway, getting on with the news here. Like I said, I should have had all this stuff written down on my board, but I run late. The story of my life. I'm always late on everything. Anyway, yes, I did. Getting back to the weekend, Rick Santorum. Yep, I saw his comment.
Fuck that guy.
Thank you. That's Travis over there, my IT guy. What did you say? Rick Santorum can kiss his ass is what he said. What Rick Santorum came out of his mouth, his disgusting Christian mouth, because I remember this guy because when he was running for president, oh Lord, he leaned on Jesus a whole lot. A whole lot. He leaned on his Christian faith. And what does he have to say to these students? To these people standing and marching for their life? Learn CPR, baby. That's what they ought to be doing, learning CPR. Learn how to administer first aid to somebody with a gunshot wound. Do something positive here. That's Rick Santorum. That's the attitude over there. That's how they're trying to save this shit for the NRA. You don't have to take away guns. Why don't you do something constructive? Learn CPR so you can help save your friend's life after being shot by an idiot with an AR-15. The depth of stupidity of some of those talking heads that get on TV and start spouting right-wing propaganda shit, trying to defend or trying to attack the students that are out marching in the street. Are you shitting me? They had some people, dozens I hear, walk around with their AR-15s and their Second Amendment right bullshit. Now, how much of a sick asshole do you have to be on a day that people are marching, students, young people are marching for their life? That what kind of a dick that you have to be to hang an AR-15 around your neck and go walk out somewhere where somebody can, what statement are you saying? Because I'll tell you what you're saying. You don't give a shit how many kids get killed. That's what you're saying with your Second Amendment, here's my AR-15 bullshit. And that's exactly what it was. I heard they showed up by the dozens, though. Disgusting assholes. Those are the people that have taken the Second Amendment and risen it to a damn religion. It's their God. That's their Jesus. That's who they pray to. You think anything else, you're an idiot. Anyway, Stormy Daniels and the... Now, I did notice one thing. I'm skipping all around here because my notes are all over the place. The fact that Stormy Daniels and Miss Karen McDougal did have similar stories. They had similar things happen in their incident with O'Donnell. And what was that? What was that one thing between both of them that was common? Oh, yeah. You remind me of my daughter. Again, I point that out every time I see it because I remembered that man back in the 80s or 90s when he was on Howard Stern and how he talked about his daughter then. How in every picture, even the picture they're showing now that is showing Karen McDougal in her bunny outfit. And all right, I hope I'm back on. Are we back on? Did somebody come to give me a thumbs up there? We had to move the outside, and so maybe I could have a direct aim at my router up there in the window. Somebody's there. Yes, Iris, how you doing? Vigilant over there in Utenberg, Germany. How are you, dear? I hope you're doing fine. Karen, thank you for joining. Kendra, thank you all. I don't know what happened. I think the Russians was trying. Can y'all see me out here all right? We just moved outside of the shop and sat down outside so I don't have interference, and I hope the picture stays all right for a minute. I already forgot where I was with all this stuff. Somebody remind me of what I was talking about now. Hello, Scott McGovern. And Iris says she's doing fine. Dear, we were so, I talked on Tim Cormall's show yesterday. Eva Brown? Now I can't remember her name. Eva, over in Germany, sang Lauren Meyer's song, I Stand With the Students, at the Brandenburg Gate over in Germany in the March for Our Lives support over in Germany. There was a lot of support all the way around the world. Y'all know that. Y'all saw all on TV. There were protests going on all around the world, and we were so proud of that, to see our students being supported in such a way. Anyway, I done forgot where I was, what we were talking about, and everything else. And I hope y'all can see me real good because I can't see me for squat. outside here in the sunlight. Let me see. Anyway, I don't know where I was, people. We'll just have to go on with the news. Well, Donnie expelled 60 Russians today, and he closed the embassy, the Russian embassy consulate up there in Seattle, I believe. And so you got to give guy, okay, you did a good thing here. That's what he should have did. But, and, you know, there's always a but with Donnie. The reason Donnie's doing it now is because he's joining, what, 30 or 40 other countries across the EU, and others that are throwing diplomats out of in their protest about how Pootie Boy killed that guy and his daughter over in England, an attack on English soil. And so Donnie had to do something. He's pushed up against the wall. I swear that's the only reason if he's doing it, because if he wasn't, we'd all get so pissed it's not even funny. But it was asked today why Donnie didn't say something to Pootie when they were talking, you know, when Donnie called Pootie up to congratulate the comrade on his victorious win over in Russia. But why he didn't say anything, why he has not brought up anything directly with Putin. He's the president of the United States. You think he'd carry a little weight and use that a little bit, but he doesn't. Why? Because Donnie doesn't fire anybody, like we discussed before. Donnie is a little coward. Face to face, the man's a coward. He will not do squat. He's indebted to Putin for God knows how much money, and Putin's got him over a barrel, so he's not going to say something. But this expelling diplomats was the right move, but I feel he did it because he was pushed up against the wall. He didn't have any other choice. Everything that we look at in this country in his investigation points to Russia, and ain't no denying it. And anyway, they had no Sarah today on TV. She didn't want to come out the day after the march and after the Stormy Daniels and all that and have to face all the questions. So they sent Raj Shah out there. And when he was asked, did Donnie watch the interview? Did Donnie get home in time to watch the interview? Well, we know he was home on time. That's why the jet got there when it did. And but he would not confirm that Donnie watched it. Did he watch it? Oh, you know he did. You know he did. I wonder what he was thinking when they talked to the part about the spank on the, God, his flabby ass for the magazine with his face on it. It's a fake news there, Donnie. That's how they use fake news. That's how Donnie uses fake news, to spank his own ass with. And but Donnie says that he denies all claims. He's saying that through Raj, because I think Donnie has learned his lesson. He better not come out and say, oh, that lady's a liar, because then, oh, you've opened yourself up. And that's what he did to these ladies that accused him before. And that's how come they have a case. And that's how come their case is moving forward, is because the loudmouth lying asshole that we have in our house called them a liar. So if you have a liar calling somebody else a liar, well, you got to figure out who's lying. And I don't think that's going to be a hard thing to do. So Donnie's going to tread real lightly here. He doesn't want to upset the apple cart. His advisors are telling him to keep his mouth shut. So that might be why we haven't seen any Twitter fit today about the Stormy Daniels interview. And from what I saw, I'm going to tell you right up front, I'm a little disappointed. I thought there was more than just one night. Oh, it turns out just one night. No shit. It's a one-night stand. That's how come I say Karen McDougal's story carries more weight, because it lasted longer, and emotions were involved and stuff like that. The one night with Stormy Daniels, now her being threatened in the parking lot, I sure wish she would have made a report about that, but I can understand why she didn't. And so far, everything else in her story sounds credible, so I'm not going to argue the point that did that happen? Yeah, I believe it could have happened. I really do. But like I said before, the biggest question here is going to be the money, the contribution in kind that his lawyer pulled out of his ass just for no particular reason outside of the fact that he loves Donnie, and if that's against FCC regulations, and I believe it is. Anyway, what else is going on? I noticed there was a story that after the students' march, the big question is, was this going to continue? Was it going to go on? And the answer to that is a big resounding yes. the next day on Sunday, I'm proud of this, up in Madison, Wisconsin, about 40 students across Wisconsin started a march from there, and they're going to Janesville, Wisconsin. Why there? Because that's the hometown of Paul Ryan. That's where their march is going to take them 4 days, and it's gonna be about 50 miles. And on the first day on Sunday, they marched 17 miles, and at each mile marker, they honored one of their friends from Parkland. And as the march continued, more students are joining in. It's catching on social network, and there's more students joining them. So by the time they get to Janesville in a few more days, I think they're going to have a rather large group of people out in front of Paul Ryan's house asking questions about, because like I always say, y'all pay attention to Paul Ryan. Paul Ryan is the asshole that controls every bill that comes onto the House floor. He is the guy, the gatekeeper, the one that's going to say what bills come across the floor. There have been gun control bills and laws written waiting to get on the floor, and he denies them time after time after time, and that is one of the biggest NRA whores you have seen in your lifetime down there with Marco Rubio. And Marco's still coming out trying to defend the NRA. Are you shitting me? NRA, not relevant anymore. Even responsible gun owners are coming out, and because the NRA doesn't stand for responsible gun ownership anymore, they support the gun lobbyists. That's it. They don't support nothing else. That's all they're worried about is your right to buy the gun. They are not concerned with the safety of the gun or anything else, your mental health, anything else that happens. They're worried about you being able to buy the gun. Gun money, baby. It's a lot of money in this country, as demonstrated by the stupid freaking idiots walking around on the day of the protest with their AR-15s around their neck to make their peckers look a whole lot bigger. It didn't work. You look more like a little dick. Anyway. Whoo, well, John Bolton's up in the White House. That way he was spotted there, coming there this morning. So we got to hold on, waiting on a war now, because that's all that guy is pushing. He is advocating that we pull out of the Iran deal. That's barking right up Donnie's tree. Donnie's been bitching about the Iran deal, although every other partner of that deal, it's not just the United States and Iran. There are a lot of other countries involved, and they are all in favor of keeping this agreement. Not Donnie, because Donnie wants to shake the freaking tree and I hope the coconut falls out. Beats him in the head. Knocks some sense into that poor boy. Anyway, what else is going on? I am so lost sometimes, but I say I'm going to be here, baby. I'm going to be here. I think the next live broadcast, I guess, will be on Wednesday. I am going to be doing from John Bridevo Speaks, Blue Dot Family's website or page there on Facebook. I am so proud of the people that are working over there and the activity they've had on that page. And we have a new member over there, Jimmy Days. He's adding some content over there. We really appreciate that, Jimmy. Nice to have you aboard, along with Candy and Monica, Joe, and Kat. And everybody's doing a fine job over there, and I really appreciate the added content, Jimmy. So welcome aboard, buddy. Y'all go by there and check them out, because next on Wednesday, my next live is going to be on that website, on that page. So we'll try to share it over to my page or something like that. We want to make sure everybody gets to see it, but I want to do that from that page, because those are that's the core of my family, I guess. I don't know, the ones over there. I'm so the old boy that started this, Don, y'all heard me talk about him before. I was so impressed with him. I told him that the word my name and the word fan had never been used in the same sentence before. And I still find it very hard to believe that there are people who call themselves fans, but you're just family members to me. This family has grown a lot, and I'm just so proud of it, and the people that have joined it and the activities they take, the pictures of the signs and everything that people were holding on the protest. Those are family photos, baby, and we love to see them. I'm glad y'all are sharing them over there on JBS, and it just makes this family grow larger and larger. And as long as we keep this thing growing, keep this blue wave moving, because we have a long time till November. Like I said, down here in Texas, we got a runoff election coming up next month. Eric Olgain is running, and it's going to take the 27th district down here. We are getting ready for the the election in November to get Ted Cruz's butt out of our state. I just can't wait to see Beto O'Rourke take his place. Anyway, that's about all I got in the news. I had a little note here that Emma Gonzalez is getting attacked. The right wing is really attacking her deeply. And like I repeat, just how sick do you have to be to attack these kids in their message? I don't give a shit if you're a gun owner, if you believe in the Second Amendment or not. These kids are making a statement, and they're not going to impact. If you are a responsible gun owner, a legal responsible gun owner that doesn't have a problem with passing a background check, then you should not have any trouble at all with the message that these students are sending. They're not coming to get your guns. No, that was Obama, really? Remember? Y'all had that. That was y'all's slogan. He's coming to get your guns. He's coming to get your guns. Well, nobody came and got your guns, but there's some that we sure wish we would have went and got their guns from them. The ones like these shootings and all that shit. Tell me you wouldn't have liked to have gotten that guy's hands off those guns. But to attack the students, to attack a young lady who's standing up and speaking her mind, they had a picture of her ripping a Target in half, and they've changed that into the Constitution. So now all the right-wing nut jobs out there are all looking at a picture of Emma Gonzalez ripping the Constitution in half, and they believe that shit because they watch Fox News and crap like that. And Fox News and those kind of people will be the ones to push that message. Oh, look at here. Look at her. Did you see she has a Cuban flag on her shirt? Well, she doesn't but a communist. She's looking out to take your guns and ruin America and blah, blah, blah. The right-wing propaganda network shit over there at Fox News, and it's nothing but bullshit mountain. And they are the direct line, I believe, from Russia straight out over to Fox News to push the Russian agenda over there, I guess, because they got to support Donnie. They're committed hands down no matter what the man does. Give him a pass on this shit, Mulligan. Are you shitting me? Anyway, everybody from Rick Santorum to Tommy Lawrence out there bad-mouthing the shit out of these kids. Why? Because they're cowards and they're NRA whores. That's all they are. They showed, Mama said there's some, I didn't see it, some picture of Tommy Lawrence or some shit with her pink little pistol or some shit on as she's trying to fashionize it, girls. That's just sick shit. Another one who elevated it to a religion and can't see the big picture of what's happening in this country, and that's just ridiculous. Melissa Rabe, glad you're here. They are vile. Attacks against these kids are just, that's it. That's the only word you can use. Trump said Hillary would come for their guns. Liar, Kathy Wood. That's right, baby. Remember, Hillary's going to come get your guns. She was doing it just like Obama. Going to come get it. You got to be scared. Grab your guns. Get more ammunition. Christopher Mapp, he's the guy. Get more guns. Get more ammunition. Board up your windows. They're coming. No. You're freaking nuts is what it is. And it borders on hilarious if it wasn't so destructive to our country. It would be funny, but it's not. Fran Hughes Marinick, Steve King started that shit. I wouldn't believe that's Steve King. He chaps my ass. You talk about a racist asshole, and that's the ones that try to deny it. You know, like I'm not a racist. Joe Arpaio or Steve King, people like that. I'm not a racist. I just state facts. No, you make up bullshit to scare people, and you're racist, and that's where that goes. So. Woo! You go, John. Thank you, Darty. Judy Graham. I'm sorry, my mouth. Karen, I see you out there. Cormier. I have trouble with because I sometimes hit it right the first time and then make the mistake of trying to go back and pronounce it again. And Rebecca Goodson, thank you for having a good old easy last name. My name is not easy, so I'm not, I think a hard name to say it attracts attention. Anyway. Jay Clayton, as late as usual, but I'm here. Well, we're glad you made it, Jay. Before I have to quit and all that shit. How am I going now? I'm up 16 minutes. How long was the other one? I don't know, people.
20 or so minutes.
So we're getting into. I get worried that I'm going to bore y'all. That I'm just going to sit here and waste your time, and I don't really want to do that. Let me see. I'm looking up here. Mama said, why don't you do that, honey? Well, I don't know, baby, because everybody would see me. Oh, Lisa Marie Baird Wiley. Emma is my superhero and spirit animal. And the answer to those thoughts and prayers. That's right. Emma's the one that came out and answered those thoughts and prayers, because if the prayers are to save our kids, they're out doing it. They're protesting in the street to make sure that there's not another Parkland. And there already has been. There's already been shootings at schools since then. That young boy who shot that girl. It's got to stop. And the louder their voice and combines with our voices all across this country, the more possibility we have of stopping it. And I've said it very many times, it's our voice. We determine what kind of government we have. When we participate in this system of ours, when we get out and be informed and vote, we get a better government. It's when we sit on our laurels and think of everything's just going hunky-dory and we don't have to worry about a thing in the world because everything's okay. No, it's not okay. And it never has been. That's why this fight has been continuing all our lives, all since the beginning of our history. You can look at any point in our history that we're not fighting for somebody, and it continues today, and now it's for the lives of our children. Anyway, got a frog in my throat, and I left my tea inside in my shop. And anyway, Francis Ryle, thank you, darling, for sharing my anger, because I do. That's what motivates me to get out and do this every day, is that I get pissed at what I see in the news and what's happening across this country. I worry more about the rules, the regulations, and the laws that they're trampling on and trying to do away with, and how that's going to impact our future world, our future Earth. I worry about the rights of the gay community and the transgender community as this administration continues to attack them every chance they get, or try to shove some stupid law into their, or submit their religion into the laws and stuff like that. That doesn't fly with me. I am a firm believer in we the people. Our Constitution, our guaranteed rights are for all of us. There's no asterisk there next to those words saying except for these people, this people, and for this reason or that reason. No, it's for all of us. And until we get those equal rights and equal treatment for all of us, then all of us have to continue this fight until we do. We all have to stand next to each other, and that's what makes our side the stronger side, and that's what makes... Uh-oh, I froze again, baby. I froze again.
Did you?
I am froze, baby. I don't see nothing. My computer's going ding, ding, and I'm not seeing anything here anymore. I think it's some Russians. I think they're trying to get me. Donnie's hearing me, and they're trying to... CIA or something. I don't know, but it looks like I'm gone again, and... I swear they're cutting me off.
I'm just waiting to see if it's going to catch up over here.
No. I'm dead on again, just like before. And I don't know. I guess they're trying to limit my freedom of speech. But if y'all can still hear me, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernaville, Blue Dot in Texas, on Facebook, on YouTube. Anywhere you can get this message out. If it's not my message, listen to another Blue Dot somewhere, some other person with a message for our side. Whatever you do, just stay informed, stay involved, and we'll win this fight. Y'all take care. I think I'm already off. There ain't no button for me to hit. So
well, actually, what's funny is everybody's saying you're still there.
Am I still there?
A lot of people are saying you're not frozen, and I haven't seen anything yet. So
well, my screen is frozen. Gail Dunn. You are never boring. You say what we think, and you also show the emotions we have. Great rant. Thank you very much, Gail. Gail is a veteran from Vietnam, I think. And yeah, I think I know she's a veteran. I don't know. You know, I had a story about a veteran. Are y'all still hearing me? If somebody hears the word veteran, give a message. I think my son is over there. He can still see some on his.
No, they're still, like, your feed's still coming in, and people are still commenting, so I think it's just the computer's freezing up.
Ah, can they see me? Can y'all see me?
I can see you. If I can see you, they should be able to see
Oh, you're still seeing me live?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'm still here. Just I can't see anything. Are you shitting me? There was one other thing I wanted to bring up before I got off, because it does piss me off, because it is a veteran. Miguel Perez. Miguel Perez was deported back into Mexico. He came here when he was 8 years old. Legally. Came here when he was 8 years old. He was deposited back across the Texas state border into Mexico yesterday. He is a two-tour Afghanistan veteran. He served this country through 2 tours of Afghanistan, and he suffers from PTSD. Now, because he was arrested one time for a drug crime, drug possession, then that takes away his right to be a U.S. citizen. They deported him over to Mexico. The guy's got PTSD. I don't know how many vets I see, how many veterans of this country that are addicts on some drug or another because of the failure of this country to support them in the right way, to support them when they came home, and to continue to support them. There's a lack of that in this country. We holler big. We support the veterans. We support the troops. But we watch our lawmakers as they skirt the issue, as they barely get by. We're giving $700 billion to the defense contracting industry, but we don't have enough money to take care of our veterans. There's a problem with that. Here since he was 8 years old. He's 39 years old, suffers from PTSD, from combat service, and he's deported back to Mexico. There is nothing just about that story. There is nothing that is right about that story. Hell, I know people that were born in this country who have their little AR-15s and their little flak jackets and all that shit that make pretend that they're badasses. I would trade any one of them for Miguel Perez to get back in this country because he's earned his right to be a citizen. You serve combat duty for this country and are denied citizenship? I'm telling you, there's a bad problem with that. What do you ask of a person, if not his life, to become a citizen of this country? Is that not enough for the right-wing assholes, for the Republican Party that deny, or delay everything because they're brown, they're not from here? Bullshit. His life is worth a whole lot more than a whole lot of senators and congressmen I see sitting in there, and his life is worth a whole lot more than the lying piece of crap that we have sitting in our White House. That's what I think of that man. Either way you want to look at that. Miguel Perez should be back in this country and a full citizen. There's no reason for him not to. He has suffered enough and continues to suffer to this day, fighting for this country, while we have bone spur cowards in our White House that tell us that if they would have been outside the Parkland School, they would have run in barehanded and confronted the guy, and all that bullshit crap that they sell to pump patriotism up your ass. Yeah, Miguel Perez showed his patriotism, much more so than Donnie Trump ever did. I would guarantee you to bet that Miguel Perez has probably paid in longer and more in taxes than Donnie ever did. Prove me wrong, Donnie, and show your taxes. Oh, that's right. You're not going to do that because you're a scumbag asshole. Anyway, I digress. I don't know how long I've been on here. I guess I've been on here too long. So I'm going to go through it again. Like, share, and subscribe. John Bernabo on Facebook. John Bernabo Speaks. Blue Dot Family on Facebook. See, man, this live stuff's not that easy. Y'all try it. Anyway, on YouTube at a Blue Dot in Texas, and on Twitter at Blue Dot in Texas. Anywhere we can spread the message, out my truck window, on Tim Cormall Show, or anywhere else you listen. Get the message. Pay attention to the stories, because they're pointing to what direction our country is going in, and it's not the right one. We need to turn it around, and it's only by our vote and our voice that will happen. So on that note, I don't know how to shut it off because there's no button for me to hit. I'm just going to have to shut it down the old-fashioned way. But y'all have a good day. Again, on Wednesday's show, I'm going to broadcast live on John Bernabo Speaks. Hopefully we won't have any problems. I'll try to do it maybe a half hour earlier in the day. As the day wears on, I start losing internet. Don't ask why, but I guess the stars get in the way or whatever. Anyway, y'all have a good one. We'll see y'all later, and thanks so much for coming by and saying hello, family. We'll see you later. Bye.